dun, dun. Celebrate good times. Come on. Dun, 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 dun. It's a celebration. I'm so happy to be doing another Witchy Wednesday. I can't. I've missed you guys. Have you missed me? I hope so. I really miss doing some crafting with you. I'm going to be posting this as a premiere, so pretty much all my Witchy Wednesdays are going to be a premiere because I want to be there to kind of introduce some new people to my channel, answer some questions. I know I've made a bunch of new friends and subscribers and supporters that I now talk to kind of on Instagram or Facebook on a regular basis. So yeah, get to know each other, ask questions. If I can't answer them, I'll try my best. And if you're not making this premiere with us to live chat, then of course it'll be on my channel for you to watch later. So I am so excited though. Oh man, it's been a while. And before we start, because here are my DT bags, and as you guys know, if you're not a newbie to my channel, we always do our our witchy DIYs. We start them with a Dollar Tree haul, so you can watch this, pause it, go run to your Dollar Tree or even a thrift store, anything that I use that you can find that's really similar. I definitely suggest that you do that because the whole point of this is to really save money, to get your inspiration going, get your motivation going, and things like that. So we always start with a Dollar Tree haul so I can show you the things that I'll be using within the next few Witchy Wednesdays. And once that goes to a close, we do it all over again. So it's super fun. And if you're just joining into this channel, if you've seen my other Dollar Tree DIYs, or if you're loving my grimoire, I really can't thank you enough for joining into our lovely family. And yeah, so before I get into it, I did want to say one thing now that we're talking about subscribers and things like that. I have gotten a couple comments regarding, wait, let me just kind of back it up and just kind of get straight to the point. I've gotten a comment saying, you know, that this person speaks for themselves and the witch community, and to say that my DIY videos are just completely bogus and they piss all the other pagans off in the community. And it's just like, really? Really? So if you are one of those people who are watching and is going to leave that comment, I really think you're missing the mark here. I think that, you know, Instagram, YouTube, and things like that, because it's becoming popular, popularity doesn't equal negative or doesn't equal a bad thing. The whole point of YouTube and Instagram is to spread awareness. So how can us like-minded people spread awareness if we're not putting it out there? I don't know about you, but in witchcraft, there's a lot of crafting that goes on in your practice. And I am here to kind of give you the guidance and give you some ideas that you don't have to run to a metaphysical shop and spend boatloads of money when you can go to a thrift, go to any store and find some deals and make them yourself. It's all about putting your intentions and working hard at your craft. Because I do things that's popular, does that make me kind of a fake Instagram, like fake witchy aesthetic? No! Hell no! And that's so disrespectful. So I'm going to have to ask, if you think that way, that you just either unsubscribe or just plainly don't comment, because you have no idea about my daily practice. You have no idea how I practice, and I'm an art witch. So art witches craft. You can't, I'm sure that you're not going to go on a Green Witch's YouTube channel and write a negative comment if they go to Home Depot to buy plants, right? This is my craft. This is how I choose to spread the word. So I would ask that you respect that. I'm done being a negative Nancy because that's just not my style. So, woo, let's get on to this. If you want to see a haul, we're gonna kick this new DIY segments with 4 super easy DIYs. So if you're interested in that, then keep on watching. Okay, so we're heading into our new Dollar Tree, which was really awesome. They had a lot of nice, new and fun things. So let's check out what they have. The craft section in this store was really nice. So I'm just picking up some things that we're going to be working with today, and I'm super excited. Okay, let's get started. I'm so excited. So this next craft is probably one of my favorite of the bunch. So I'm going to be replicating my moon cycle tracker, right, that you see here that's made out of selenite. So I've gotten a bunch of questions on where I got that. So unfortunately, I've gotten this at a like regular local occult shop, and I'm pretty sure if you search selenite stick moon cycle tracker, you can probably find it, but I'm absolutely crushing on the end result of this. So why go and even spend the money if you have some paint and some of the Jenga blocks? You're going to be amazed at the results. So I knew relatively that the circles were going to probably be a little bit bigger than the ones that I sized that's on my selenite stick, because this panel is a little bit bigger than my one that I have. So super easy. You're going to take 3 and you're going to alternate them, and then you're just going to glue them in place. If you're using a Gorilla glue stick, these should be good. You don't need any extra support. After all your Jenga pieces are glued together, you're going to take some painting tape. This can be any tape, but I just prefer this so it's easy to kind of move around. So you're going to take your circles, and something that's really good to see. I started with a pencil, and then I quickly moved to a marker because it's just easier to see and cut. And you're going to go ahead and trace this for all of the moon cycles. What I did here is that I traced about 9 cycles, and that just helped me kind of um, really shape the rest of the actual phases. So you'll see when you start with a circle, doing the phases is so much easier. Once you have all your phases pretty much done, I'm going to set that aside, and I'm going to start painting the actual block. So I really want at least a couple of these. I wanted all of these DIYs to have like a celestial type look, but I know that Mabon's coming, and I'm getting super excited about our harvest season. So only a few of them have that celestial feel. So I chose these colors, the purple, the blue, and the white, because I just love that. Like those 3 colors together just scream like pretty much astrology, celestial, anything like that. So you're going to cut your moon phases. And just a tip here, you saw me do is that when you have your phases, just black out the ones that you're actually going to cut off because you will confuse yourself unless you're super good. But this was just really a foolproof way. So that way I have all my positioning correct. So I'm going to come in with a brown paint just so I can stain. So if you have seen my other DIYs, I don't really use stain, you guys. Like, save your money. Dollar Tree even sells paint now, so it's not the best quality. I rather spend the dollar and go to Walmart or Michael's or anything like that and get like Craftsmart or Folk Art or things like that. But I didn't really like the actual raw wood color. I felt we can do better. So if you just take some watered down paint, this kind of crafting wood really takes that watered down acrylic really good. So next I'm just going to give it some detail and I'm going to do what I like to call dry brushing. So you're going to either take a brush or a napkin and you're going to take your paint. I chose white here and just kind of go over it dry. That gives it a really nice distressed look. So if you are a person who likes to distress things, that's a super quick tip on how to do that. And you can see how the wood is not so brown and it's having that like aged look. And of course, I'm gonna come in with the with the splatter. The splatter is a pretty much like an iconic thing that I do. It's almost like a trademark. I swear, splatter makes everything better. It really does. So you don't have to choose these colors. I just love this color combination. You can choose green or pink or however you like. So here's the details of that. And I just, I love splatter. Obsessed. So here's the fun part. So I'm going to be removing the tape and I'm doing this with you. So at this point, I was like, I really hope that this worked out, but I love it. I love it. I love it. And this is why it's good to use some good painter's tape, something that's not going to lift on you. And you know that it may bleed a little bit, but we'll take care of that. And I'm loving the finished product. You can actually line this and leave it as is. That would be really, really cool. But of course, if you're an artist and you just want to keep going with this and let's just have fun, I decided to color in the moons. So I use a combination of yellow and white. At first, I had yellow, but it was kind of looking like the sun. So anything with the moon, I kind of like to use those two colors, and it really does the trick. For the new moons here, I'm just doing a little bit of black and then kind of coming in with some shades of yellow. I didn't want it to be too stark black. I still wanted it to have like that kind of glow. So, but you guys, the possibilities are endless here. You can do it any color. You can leave it as is. You can paint the moons a different color. If you are an art witch that loves color, this is definitely your chance to really just do anything that really motivates you. So, like I mentioned before, you definitely want to go in and just touch it up. You don't have to use a paintbrush. I just wanted to just use my paint brushes for this video, but if you have any type of paint markers that are thin, that's definitely probably the way to go. You guys, I'm crushing on this final result. I'm so in love with it. I actually might replace this with my selenite one. Like, no kidding. I love the fact that I made it. I love the lines of the wood. You can obviously spackle that and paint over it if you wanted it flat, but it's so organic this way, and I'm just so obsessed with it. Let me know what you guys think, but super happy with the way this came out. Look at this cute little macaroon. I'm obsessed with this macaroon. It's so cute from the Dollar Tree. So it's really nice actually. I want to say that it's made out of porcelain, or maybe it's really smooth resin, but it's not plastic. That's for sure. It's really nice quality. Super nice. So what we're doing today with the macaroon is that we're going to make a special blend of salts for your ritual bath or shower. So, I mean, if you saw my previous video, I've had a couple really rough, busy weeks. And there's really nothing like either slowing down the day by taking a nice bath or a shower. I actually do a whole ritual pretty much every time I take a shower. I may miss a day, here or there, but I do really believe that, taking some time, maybe writing an intention for yourself during the shower is something really helpful when you need to relax or calm down. So we're putting a couple DT products to the test along with my own personal stash. So here I have chamomile and peppermint. I have Himalayan salt, jasmine, and lavender and roses. And all of these are powerhouse to really quiet the mind, relax. It could be a good antidepressant. It's just really like a soothing combination. And I have some rose quartz too. So if you're using a lot of these products, especially in the bath or the shower, make sure you have a good drainer. So this macaroon is going to hold a good amount of the bath salts, but it's not for an everyday use. Again, I really kind of want to do this and enjoy it when I'm having a hard day or I'm really having a hard time kind of shutting down. So I really wanted to write something inspirational like you are a goddess, or you can write something like tomorrow is a new day, or anything that you can write on the lid just to give you kind of a little bit of a awesome and sweet message every time you open this. And part of your ritual shower and bath is that whatever words of power that you put in your macaroon, you really want to speak that, right? I always say speak words to existence. You want to have power in the words that you say. So, whatever affirmation or words of power that you're putting inside of your macaroon, make it count. And know that every time you take a pinch of your bath salts, that know that it's been specially made by you, and this meaning is something that's special to you too. And yeah, so I'm just painting a little bit of moon, adding some stars, and guess what? Splatter! I just love the splatter, especially when I'm trying to do any type of stars or like galaxy or anything like that. It's just like, come on, you can't tell me that doesn't look amazing after you do that. It's just like an instant starry sky. So I put some more Mod Podge just to make sure that my artwork is it's protected, especially if I'm going to be leaving this in the shower. And yeah, so I opened up the Epsom salt, and It's strong. Okay, DT. It's a really strong punch of lavender, and it's something else that I can't really put my finger on it. But of course, you're not going to be using the whole bag. And I'm just really easily just putting the rest of my mixture in there. And again, if you have these you can go to any metaphysical shop and ask for these items. It's really nice to have in your cabinet of witchery. Anyway, these are like really um herbs. If you're just starting out, these are definitely good herbs for beginners. Okay, I've been looking forward to this one actually. So we're going to put the DT essential oil to the test. I'm testing it on my skin just to make sure before I go ahead and do the rest. And it smells really good. Really, really good. Like really nice, earthy. I can get the orange. I got the lavender. I was pleasantly surprised. So, you want to add maybe 5, 6, 7 drops, and then mix it in and then top it off with your rose quartz for that extra love. And ooh, this one is going to be a good one in the shower. And you guys, just look at this. This is one self-loving macaroon. The bath salts that we created are just so beautiful, and it really does help kind of calm the mind. And not for nothing, I've seen something like this go on Etsy for well over $20. And we've made it only for a couple dollars if you have the herbs. Just so simple. This next DIY is super simple, probably the easiest out of the bunch. So, what I did here was take one of those glass bowls and I spray painted it white. And just before it got completely dry, I just put some glitter on it just to give it a little bit of shine. And this is where the Maybon piece is going to go in. So, we're going to be making a burner for actual resin incense. So you're simply going to take your DT leaves and you can put as many as you want, as little as you want. You can creep them up more the side. It's just that just know that this is glass and it has to be burned with proper use. So if we're using charcoal disc, you must really use sand or something that is pretty much flame retardant to the bottom and the top of your charcoal. Once you have everything kind of glued in place, you can see there that just a little bit of leaves peek out, and I'm rimming the top with my gold metallic paint from Folk Art. Super pretty. But here you see me putting in the black salt that I've gotten from Esoteric Aroma, which I just love their shop, and a new charcoal disc. So you see here, really, really use safe practices. This is very dangerous and it gets very hot. So you want to use tongs and you want to use a nice, powerful lighter. Once you start seeing the sparks, when your disc sparks less, that means it's pretty much ready to go. The sparks is really there to kind of give heat to the whole entire disc. So once you see that, you let it go for 5 minutes and it begins to ash around your disc. That's when you know you can put more sand on top. So never ever really put resin directly on a burning disc. It would be awful and it will smoke like crazy. So here, you know that the sand is really calming the smoke. And check out the final result. So simple and so amazing. Really nice to have on my altar for Maybon. Okay, we're down to our last DIY for this video, and definitely one of my favorites. I know that you guys really loved the simple runes that we did with the glass, so I saw these wood stems and I knew that I had to do the witch's runes with these. So A little piece of information, my husband did help me cut these down. So if you had like a saw, a handsaw, or any type of power tools, you can do this very easily. Or you can just leave them long. It's kind of awkward if you're trying to make witches runes, but if you had any one of those tools, these can get cut down within minutes. So here I'm just doing that dry brushing white just to give the runes a little bit of character with the white. And I really want it to be messy, really that rustic look that I'm going for. Okay, so the first symbol that we're going to be doing is the crossroads. So when this comes up in your reading, it's really about a big change that's about to happen in your life, or you have to make a decision about something that's maybe holding you back. The arrow stands for pretty much the symbol of the man. So when you get this, you're really in a place where you need a lot of strength. The next one is the woman symbol. So this is representing feminine, and it's when you get this, it's really that the goddess is behind you and is calling on that energy. The eye is for your third eye to find out if someone's being dishonest or just pretty much searching for truth. The next one is a little bit interesting to draw, but this is the harvest symbol, and it's really about prosperity or abundance. So when this comes in, you're either going to be dealing with some good money or bringing good, like bounty into your life. The next symbol that we're going to be drawing is a sun symbol. So again, that's another masculine type of symbol, but it's really good for protection and happiness. The next one is the moon, which we all know is about emotions and the feminine. So if you want to embrace that power and invoke, maybe if you're drawing down the moon, if you get that rune, it's a good time to do that. The next one is flight that you just saw me do. It's for success in a new job. The next one that we're going to be doing is the rings. So this is a symbol of like binding. So if you were in a relationship that it's strong, or that, you're about to maybe even be part of a marriage, and that's kind of a nod to that. The next one is for romance. So that's drawing new relationships, or maybe even healing from a broken heart. The scythe is a symbol to break curses or bad luck. So if you get that, it's definitely, it's upon you and you need to act on it. The star is a wishing rune, so it's anything that you desire. So if that comes into your reading, it's a good time to kind of call upon that. And then you have the waves. So that's about forgiveness and washing away negative energy. So if that comes in, you definitely have a worried heart or something that's on your mind that you need to let go. So simple, you guys. Just like the other glass runes, if you have like a paint pen that's a little bit thinner of a point, you can get these done literally in 3 minutes. But I just love the wood. I love the wood chips. I love the distressed white, kind of gives it a little bit of character. And yeah, let me know what you think of this week's Witchy Wednesday DIYs. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Mwah.